Hey guys, today we are coming back at you with another map review video. As you know, I've just started this series with the Nuketown review, and today we are going to look at the map called Aresnal. Aresnal is a base game map that was released with the game and kept kind of a futuristic feel without going too far into the future to be an IW or AW or even Black Ops 3 map. And so it's very technically off on its gameplay somehow, because the main fighting of the area is going to be in a long stretch with pretty good cover and really well developed area of movement, because it honestly feels like a smaller 3-lane map. This map feeling like a smaller 3-lane map in a large 3-lane map definitely adds an interesting perspective to it, because you can go around the edges and complete objectives by going up through a little ventilation system, kind of going up on the little sides of the shrubbery that they have there. And so that definitely adds into the feeling of the map. But anyway, we're going to get into it, and first we're going to start with the specialist I would recommend. Again, most maps I'm going to recommend Nomad, but this map in particular, because especially if you go to the ventilation system, you can make that to where it's a shut down area and they have more difficulty getting in there and creating trouble for your men. So it's definitely a nice player. The dog is very useful because a lot of them group up. But another one that I'm going to recommend for this video would honestly be Prophet. This would be because his Tempest rifle is very good at that long area. And if you do have the skill of a decent sniper, you can definitely get some chain kills and things like that. I don't usually recommend it because it usually takes a lot of skill to run the Tempest rifle well, and to an extent that it makes it worth it to be your special. But in this map, I would recommend it. I would recommend those two as the specialists. Now let's get on to weaponry. Last map, I remember I said you should probably use ARs, SMGs. Well, on this map, I'm going to say stick to ARs and DMRs, because if you have the skill to use a sniper rifle, yes, you can use it on this map and it is very good, but unfortunately it still is difficult to use snipers and they do have a skill gap. So you're going to find that rarely I recommend snipers because this is more of a broad gameplay and snipers seem to be more of a specialization. So I would recommend DMRs, having the longer range but still decent fire rate to where you can fight people at closer ranges. Definitely comes in handy on this map. It makes it to where you feel like you still have the ability to fight at several different ranges. Now, if you want to have a little bit higher fire rate but still the ability to fight longer ranges, I would run an AR, possibly with long barrel or grip 2, something like that, to where you feel more accuracy at range. So, I mean, those two would probably be the main two categories I would recommend. Personally, I like the Swordfish and the ACR. But if you're going to go full long range, the Rampart is not a bad one to look at with its high damage output. So that's what I would look at for weaponry. And also for gameplay, I would honestly say if you're going to run DMRs, try and stay back some, because sometimes you'll get spawn rushed and things like that. And you having the ability to fight long range and still put out high damage potentials puts you ahead of a lot of people right now who are running AR platforms. So that definitely helps. For ARs, I would say you can kind of mix your playstyle just depending on how everything works. It really works well depending on especially what you want to do, but you can really run whatever you want. This map is great for ARs. SMGs can be good, you just have to run them in the building, which is not as populated as corridor as you're seeing right here, but you can still be useful. But I would definitely recommend DMRs and ARs with this build of the game right now. So anyway, so now we've kind of looked at those two things. Now let's look at what you're going to want to run as far as how you're going to run around these people. Personally, I like running Nomad with the ICR. And I'm a little partial to the ICR. Half of it's because it's my first gun that I'm going for gold camo on, and it's been a really great journey. But past that, it's just a good feeling gun. And it's hard to beat a great feeling gun. So, yeah, I am a little partial to it, but it's not without reason. So, now that I've kind of got that one out the way, I would run an ICR. I would say stay in a middle of the map area, but don't push it so much to where you get yourself in a bad situation. If you feel pushed, step back and be calm. I have a trouble with that. Be better than me, do better than me. I really hope that for y'all. So that's where I would say. Now with the DMRs, I would say you have a little bit of a better and worse fighting system. You can still run that middle area, but if you want to go on flanks and get up in the air vents and kind of sneak up behind them, the DMRs are actually what I would recommend. Because most people are going to say, well, you want the high fire rate and good capacity of an AR. But it's hard to beat the damage per shot of the DMRs. Because when you're in a situation like that, you want to put people down with shots. I mean, when you pull the trigger, you want them to be down, which is definitely harder to do with ARs. So I would definitely recommend that you put more time into DMRs if you're going for flanking routes and things of that nature. So now, let's get on to some of the common play styles and things like that you'll see. If you'll notice, you've probably seen throughout this video that I have in the background, there's a lot of people get up in the building that's right behind me currently. It definitely makes it hard to get them out, but it's not impossible to do so. And once you can, if you can line up a sniper shot, it is very easy to get them out because unfortunately that place has very little cover compared to a lot of them. So it does balance out on what you can and can't do. So anyway, past that, I would say also watch the vents because sometimes there will be the guy who goes on a flanking route on the vent and it can get you caught real quick. So I would definitely watch those two routes, but past that, it's very varied play styles. I mean, it's like every other map. You're going to have 15 different people playing 15 different ways if you play a few different matches. And it just definitely makes it difficult. So now I would also say look at how you set up your trip mines or things like that. Personally, I would say run the trip mines, and that's what I'm going to be giving tips for right now. But if you want to run something else, you can do it the way you want. But trip mines in this game are really good, especially because you can block off doorways and kind of funnel them towards you. Because I've noticed a lot of times if you can get them behind the doors, sometimes if they know they're there but know they can't get to them in time, it can definitely help you. And so if you want to do that, I would definitely say it's not a bad idea. And so that definitely helps you. So now I'm going to say if you funnel them in before you get your dog. Because once you get your dog and if you have them in a funneled position, it makes you feel like a boss. Because you're getting kills by yourself. You're getting kills by your dog. And it just makes you feel like you're doing what you should do and doing it right. So those are definitely that's definitely a good tactic, and those are definitely some good ideas to try and use. Now I'm going to get on to more of the personal thoughts on the map. Personally, I like this map. I feel like this map is kind of like Gustav Cannon for me. It doesn't feel like a small Call of Duty map, but it still feels good. I loved Gustav Cannon because it felt good, because it didn't feel like I was being squashed every time, because I mean this guy with a PPSH was just killing me instantly. I like how the map feels like it has some distance to it, which especially in a longer time to kill game, I find that very appealing. But it does have some drawbacks of sometimes you feel like you've run all this way just to get killed, and it's frustrating, but it's still a really good map, and I would really say personally try it out. When it comes up in the map rotation, I would vote for it. Now, personally, what I'm going to tell you for my loadout will be either Nomad or Battery. I've run a few others there, and I actually have recommended Prophet for this map, but me personally, I'm just not a big Prophet guy. I think he's a great character for the map, but I find myself just getting aggravated sometimes with his abilities and all that, and so I just back off of him for me personally, but he is a good guy to have in that area. So also, I'm going to say that you might want to take your time with some of your specials, because sometimes, especially with the Tempest rifle, I would say take your time, because if you don't take your time, sometimes you'll kind of catch yourself, okay, well I get 1 or 2 kills here where you could have got 4 or 5 kills here. It's unfortunate because you have to balance saving it and not ever getting to use it, but it definitely creates a balance that you have to learn. So me personally, I'm going to run mostly Nomad, but if Nomad isn't available, I'm going to run Battery. Battery's very nice because you can chunk them cluster grenades, kind of scatter them before you rush, or if they're hiding in buildings, get up close, throw the cluster grenade, and then use that as either a distraction or a kill method. And that's very useful. So past that, I would probably going to run the ICR right now. I'm not running the ICR, I'm going to run the AUG. It's definitely, again, a very powerful weapon, and I like DMRs personally. They just fit where I like long range, but I like better rate of fire. So that's what I'm going to be running. I'm going to be running red dot or a recon scope, something in that area. It's just, that's what I'm going to be running. I'm going to run a kind of medium playstyle on this map. I usually run a lot speedier playstyle, but I like being able to stay back. I like the pushing back and forth of this map. So I'm actually going to recommend that for y'all. If y'all like a kind of push back and forth, give and take scenario, this is a great map to do it in. So that's what I'm going to say for my playstyle. Is going to be kind of a push and take. I'm going to stay here, shoot the gas, and if they start retreating, I'm going to push forward and just basically keep it in that way. If they move forward, I move back. If they move back, I move forward. And that's how it just goes. It's a give and take scenario. And you can push and do, and it's just a very fun playstyle for me. And that's how I would run it as far as playing and all that. Now, again, I'm going to say one thing. If you're wanting to play this map, a good thing to do is, if you're looking for headshots, it's a little bit of a, I'm not going to call it campy because that's very deceiving and has a bad connotation on it. But if you want to get a few headshots, then use these head glitches, because you'll watch these little planner things have a little come down spot, and it goes out to like a seat. And if you'll crouch and get a shot, or if you can stand up and stay back, it covers your body so you have more time to line up headshots. You don't have to stay there and camp and do, but it is a nice thing in case you do have a camo you want to go for, certain things that definitely help you with that. So that's what I would recommend if y'all want to do that. Now also, before I close off this video, I'm also going to say we're starting a Discord server, and y'all's help would be greatly appreciated. I want to grow it because, again, I just want to be able to share our love of video games and things like that. And y'all's support has been great out of all these videos I've made. I'm working on better audio and things for y'all, and I just keep needing, as long as you keep supporting me, I'm going to keep working for y'all. That's my promise to y'all, and I can't say anything else because anything else would be a lie. That's what I intend to do for y'all. If y'all keep helping me, I keep helping y'all. And so just please come out, please support me. Y'all have been great about that, and I'm more in debt to y'all than y'all could ever know. But please come out, check out the Discord, please join, be a part, participate, and do, because it's really just a fun experience, and it's great to be able to spend time around people and discuss things with people that are fellow gamers and understand your hobbies and do. And so I'm about to actually sign off personally, but I'm going to leave you with the rest of this gameplay. Y'all can watch it till the end, and guys, please like, subscribe, and do whatever you can to just help me out. I mean, I know I'm asking a lot sometimes, but I know it's in y'all. I don't ask anything of y'all I don't have faith in y'all can do. All I'm asking from y'all is, if you have time, maybe mention it to a friend. Do something small, because any help that you give is going to be more appreciated than you can know. Because what y'all have done for this channel is amazing. So, now that I've gotten that out the way, I'm going to leave you with the rest of this video. Just watch the gameplay if you want to. Please check out the Discord. Please like and subscribe. And just thank you for all your support, guys. Have a good day.